Good morning. I'm Gary Wiles. This report goes into detail of the campaign finance issues for the 2020 Democratic contenders for the office of President of the United States. These are positions of almost all the candidates. Thanks to OpenSecrets.org and the Center for Responsive Politics for the information contained herein, dated June 27, 2019. By now, the candidates for president for 2020 on the Democratic side should be familiar. Repeating their names and positions to you individually now would be like reading the phone book. So we'll just look at their positions and the generality of how they're grouped. 13 candidates have publicly said they want to expand public financing on federal elections, raise limits of public matching of private donations, or ban large private corporation or PAC donations entirely. The candidates who currently serve as members of Congress have all backed campaign finance reform and ethics bills like the For the People Act, which proposes a ban on contributions from companies with significant foreign investments, a disclosure requirement for dark money groups, and a 6-to-1 matching system for small dollar donations to federal elections. The bill passed the House with a party line vote and was blocked by the Republican leadership in the Senate. The For the People Act is too little too late for the people, and the way it is almost literally rolled out appears to be circus-like, calling the seriousness of the congressional action on this bill into question. Also, during the rollout, the claim was made the Democratic portion of Congress had been working on this bill for years. That may be true, as it takes a Democrat years to get anything done, but more likely it is just braggadocio to make themselves look and sound good. You can see the original rollout on YouTube. All of the candidates are rejecting contributions from corporate PACs in what is mostly a symbolic gesture to reject corporate influence as they lay out their policy proposals. Every 2020 contender is hoping to capture small dollar contributions in part to help bolster the image they are not beholden to the wealthy. There's also broad consensus that the 2010 Supreme Court decision, Citizens United versus the FEC, needs to be undone, with most supporting a constitutional amendment, the so-called 28th Amendment, to undo the court's majority opinion that the independent political expenditures are free speech and cannot be subjected to spending limits. It becomes clear there are sour grapes over the Citizens United versus FCC ruling, as it gives political parties carte blanche to create and run PACs and super PACs, while also allowing for contributions to campaigns by the wealthy. So why are the Democrats following this path? The Democratic Socialists don't want to have anything to do with big business, corporations, and monopolies, etc., as this goes against their narrative that these companies are against American workers. It's true that these companies are going to put profit first, but without these companies and the way they are structured in the United States, we could not compete on the world stage with other countries that not only support big business, but in some cases even subsidize big business. Without our companies operating on the world stage, our successful economy wouldn't be as robust as it is, and our unemployment rate across the board wouldn't be as low as it is. Also, the fact of the matter is, since our economy is on the right track, big business is more apt to listen to and support President Trump, a fellow businessman, than they would any of the Democratic candidates. In other words, the 2020 Democrats in contest for the President of the United States probably missed the boat with big business in this election cycle and probably the next, and they know it. They're not getting a share of any of the big business money, nor are they getting a chance to control any of it. This is why they say America needs to work for everyone. They're the only ones it's not working for. Therefore, they have to try to mitigate the risk and damage, and this is how they are attempting to do so, by making war on PACs, super PACs, and big business. Thank you.